Oh, it's Sue Greenwald here with Awakened Stories. In District 5, the capital of Earth, in Galactica, here with Sananda Galactic. Dun, 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 dun.
Salute.
Hey, salute. So here's my new awesome mugs I just had put on my website. Shameless plug.
Right.
Anyway, today has been a weird day. A lot of unusual technology issues preventing me from doing videos, putting the book out there, all sorts of things. So just trying to keep it together.
Yeah, it's cool. Things happen for a reason, and those that want to make our lives difficult and miserable, stressful, etc.,
yeah,
only are finding themselves having to deal with more than what they dished out. So I expect everything to go smoothly.
Awesome. Yeah.
All right, let's rock and roll. What we got?
All right. Any updates you want to give us at this point?
There's so many things to update you guys on.
Yeah.
A lot of it has to deal with, we seeing and hearing that the RV has been taking place and is taking place. And they haven't released the 1-800 numbers to the public yet, which is odd because the last time I heard, it went a couple of days ago or a couple of weeks ago, if you would. Of course, we're still waiting. So that also makes me wonder if anybody even got paid, because we're supposed to be some of the first group, if not the very first.
Mm-hmm.
And then we're dealing with the whole government bullshit too, with all the different clones and all the cabal. And it's funny how the people here won't call the cabal what they are, which is the Israelis. We're going after the cabal here. Why don't you just say who it is? Because we already know who it is. It's so obvious. All these individuals have dual citizenships to Israel. Not only that, you got soldiers coming out talking about how they're being reprimanded because of their talks about Israel and how Israel is doing a lot of illegal shit. Nobody's doing nothing about it. Other than, daddy allowing certain things to happen for everybody to see what's happening, and then we'll execute accordingly. So we find ourselves in a hurry up and wait situation all over again. It's like a constant thing.
Yeah.
The good news is things are happening around us, and they're not going to be able to hide some of the stuff that we are doing right now, which is cool. Everywhere we turn, we're being prosecuted. We're being prosecuted everywhere. We're being spied on. We're being prosecuted. We're being, we're being shunned upon and all this other stuff. And it's like, do y'all not realize the gig is up and you have a super force watching every move that y'all make, and the Light Brigade is here to make sure justice for the people is done and completed. So you're not getting away with anything. And I posted that earlier this AM, where I literally said no dark deed goes unpunished, and that's what's happening. So while they're running around thinking they control the world, the so-called good guys, because we all know at this point it's really hard to find out or see who's good and who's bad, because it seems like it's a revolving door of bullshit. So-called good guys are turning out to be bad guys, and so-called bad guys are disappearing. So what's really happening? I guess we have to wait and see and keep doing what Dad wants us to do until everything is said and done. And that's another part of relaxing and allowing the process, because otherwise people will go mad trying to figure all this stuff out. which is which is which is pretty much impossible because you got different things happening all around the world, and to try to figure it all out. I don't even do that. I let go and let that. I just sit here and wait for my next orders while people around me are being attacked, while stupid shit happens left and right. And again, I have no choice but to allow the process and um, wait to see what happens with the system. We do know that it's crumbling. There's evidence everywhere of it, and the more you guys operate with your sovereignty and rights and all that stuff, their system will crumble overnight, or should I say, disappear overnight. That's what's happening. So the more that happens, the more we realize that it's been a fraudulent system. It's been a facade. It's been staged by the Israelis. They even admitted that it was them doing all of it, and the world is their stage, is what they say. The false flags and the fake money that everybody's using, they bamboozled everybody into believing that the fake world really is real.
Right.
And I used to get so upset when people used to tell me, you need to come back to reality. What you mean, the fake one you've been living this whole time? Yeah, no, thank you. so it's been wild. It's been wild, but allowing the process and watching it all happen, and then doing the cool things that Daddy has us do, like documentary, like the massive sightings all around the world, all of the different cool things, bringing out new technology, new stuff everywhere. And it's been a difficult task. However, we're completing it. We're getting it done. We're all patiently waiting for things to take place so that we don't have to worry about, how we're going to pay our bills and how we're going to eat fresh food, and how we don't have to pay certain bills because there's abundance of free energy and free water and seeds in our fruits and vegetables. So we're getting over this shit.
Awesome.
Yeah. So let's do Q&A. That way I can answer some questions and talk some more shit.
Okay. Well, I just have two questions from what you just said. You had posted a few nights ago that the CIA has been kind of going by your house multiple times, and you're like, do they think I don't know? And you had told me that a few months ago, you would kind of look up and say they're driving by again. So what's the purpose there?
Well, the purpose is to just check to see where we're at, what we're doing, what they can get us on. We got the CIA plus some of the local authorities, if you would, who ain't authorities. They're fraudulent system. Mm-hmm. And a lot of stuff coming at us right now was due to the old landlord that I had, which was an attorney. He's sending people over, and he's doing all types of foul shit. Mm-hmm. He's even having the sheriffs pull us over and stuff like that. All of that is being documented. These people are fucking retarded. Okay. They're throwing away my mail. That's illegal. You're not supposed to throw away somebody's mail. You're supposed to leave it where it's at so that we can come get it. Every time I get a notification that my package has been delivered, it's not there. So where's my packages? Not to mention, he's got these little individuals running around, including the CIA, but the old landlords got these little individuals running around, constantly following us, and they called the sheriffs on us 3 times for absolutely nothing. The sheriffs found out that they were lied to. However, there's other sheriffs that are probably in their pockets because it's like It's like I guess you would say it's like a rich people cabal club here, and they don't want me here. This has been proven over and over again. You don't go up to someone's lady and tell them that um, I'm getting myself in trouble in this area if they wanted me here, right?
Right, right.
So not only that, you got billionaires in the area that are involved in all of it, which is why it's happening. You know, so the cool part is that you're messing with the wrong person. You're not going nowhere. So CIA, old landlord, all of y'all are having to deal with what's coming next. And it's not going to be good for you guys because there is actually a real law here that can pretty much take everything you guys own. The law of the land, the common law, that's very real. The law that y'all tried to hide from everybody, thinking it was, or making everybody think that it's not a law, is very real. And that's what we're using. So get prepared to have everything taken from y'all. Hello.
Well, I guess my big question was, why don't they just give it a rest? They got what they wanted. They got you out of the house and they disrupted everything. And you recovered. That's what they don't like, it sounds like.
Yeah. I'm always going to recover. I got daddy.
Yeah, yeah. Okay.
Plus they don't like, besides them, the CIA and all that, they know what we're getting ready to do. They know that we're taking over businesses. We're taking over, how you say, what's the word for it? Different things like free energy,
different industries or
exactly.
Line, really.
Exactly. We're getting rid of all of their old cabal shit, and we're doing new industries. And some of it will be done so smoothly that you won't even know that we took ownership of it, because it's going to seem like it's the same old, and then all of a sudden people start getting better paychecks. People start seeing different designs being put out. Dark symbolism goes away. You're going to start seeing all stuff like that. It's because the light brigades and the light forces took over everything without anybody realizing it. And that has to deal with the CIA as well. You got a lot of rogue agents. You got a lot of DARPA rogue agents. You got a lot of satanic rogue agents. You got Israeli rogue agents, and they think that they're above their creator. The sad part is they don't even know their creator exists, which is why they continue to do the things that they do, feeling like they have impunity or that nothing's going to happen to them. That's why you have kids in Israel, little kids in Israel, doing what they're doing to the females and other people there, because they feel like their government or their military is unstoppable. Well, last time I checked, the only thing that's unstoppable is daddy's will for you when you don't turn to him or when you continue to do what you're doing. And that lasts forever.
Okay.
So it is what it is.
So you're just chilling, doing your thing, and the bad guys will get what they deserve if they continue, basically.
Well, we know they're going to continue because that's all they know. All they know is to be dark.
Yeah.
So I just do my thing until they fade away or until I evaporate them. And you know what was crazy? They don't even believe the evaporations are real. Fine with me.
Okay.
Fine with me. Go ask the military guys that don't approach me because they know it's real.
Mm-hmm.
So as a matter of fact, we can have we're getting ready to have all types of investigations go on just to prove what we know to be true. We know what's true because Daddy tells us it's true. You don't need to tell. You don't have to convince me of what Daddy told me was true, because I've seen plenty of evidence, and everybody that follows me or that's with me, all the crew members, they see plenty of evidence that Daddy is real, and what he tells us, not just me, what he tells us is real. So, y'all want to keep putting fire or putting fuel to the fire? Go right ahead. You made your bed, you lay in it. That's where we're at with it.
Okay.
The good part is that there are a lot of good people watching, and a lot of good people are tired of their system, the system that they're in. We're seeing that too. We're seeing and a big amount of whistleblowers coming out. You've seen the lady that I talked about. I mean, that I posted, and how she was in the court system for so much time, and that she had to work double hard for her colored clients.
Right.
Now, if you remember a couple of interviews ago, I told you guys that they had a different law system for colored folks.
Right.
Right? Well, she proved it. She was in the system. So you got more and more people that are coming out of those fraudulent systems, telling people what's really been happening and what's really going on. Do y'all think this is going to stop all of the disclosure, all of the truth coming out? Do you really think that this is going to stop? I mean, really, like, do y'all really think there's not going to be a full disclosure with Daddy and me here? Huh? I've taught thousands and thousands of people how to move energy and how to manifest all this stuff, because we're all tired of it. Right?
Yeah.
What Daddy said today was a wonderful manifesting Wednesday, or however he had me posted. But, however, y'all not realizing that it's over until it's over is what I'm seeing. Because y'all have plenty of time to pay the people. Y'all have plenty of time to pay us. Y'all have plenty of times to help us, and y'all didn't.
Right.
So you get what you get.
Okay. So that leads me to my next clarification. You had mentioned for the RV, supposedly people were getting paid, but you weren't sure if that was true. Of course, all of us are anxiously watching everything for that. And the intel providers are kicking the can. They're maybe not down the road, but they're kicking it a few feet away and dangling stuff in our face. Like the other day, you put out something where the U.S. is last, and obviously, I wanted us to be first.
Well, I would have liked us to be first too, because we're supposedly free, or are we?
Yeah.
Right? And free people with wealth, good free people with wealth, will change the world. So yeah, we should have been first.
Right.
We shall see what happens in the next couple of days. We did hear a lot of good news. We are waiting for things to be paid out.
Okay.
However, at the end of the day, it's totally up to Dad, and I understand that people have to make their final decisions before we take them out. We remove them, eliminate them, by all means necessary. It's getting so bad for these individuals that even Donald Trump is talking about, Donald Trump plus, because we know there's multiple Trumps. So Donald Trump plus just got done posting about George Soros and his son should be arrested on the RICO, RICO charges or whatever.
Violations, yeah.
Right. So that should have been done years ago in the public. Right. So we do know things are happening. Just even if that wasn't a real Trump post, now you got thousands and if not millions of people looking at this shit, enforcing and putting their energy behind it, especially us, right? Us.
That's a hint.
Right?
Yeah.
To make it happen.
Yeah.
Even if it's a fake staged thing. We still gonna make it happen for the psyche of everybody else, right? Because in reality, in this reality, that's pretty much what's been happening, because we know that a lot of these individuals have been already taken out, have already been replaced by nanobots, drones, AIs, clones, whatever you want to call it. So there's only one way this shit ends, with everybody finding out the truth about everything, including Daddy and I.
Right. Right.
So that's where we're going with it all. We shall see.
Okay. Thank you. All right. So can you clarify what happened with your documentary and tell people about that?
The documentary it went well. It's done as far as all the footage and everything that we needed to do. Now the awesome crew is finished putting the final touches on it all, and we shall have it shortly for everybody to see.
That's awesome.
But it was fun to do. It kept me busy, which is why I wasn't posting all the time.
Yeah.
And I also have family and friends coming in and out of town that I was entertaining, because, I missed them. So
yeah.
But it's going to be real nice. I did post some clips of it all. Some of you guys were saying I was reserved, and it's true, I was. But we'll release it when it comes out, and it's a banger, if you would.
It'd be great. So I just wanted to tell people that the documentary was done for King Smarty on a complimentary basis. And so one of the various generous Jedis provided a crew and all of the equipment and time for them to do the documentary. And I also was gifted some photography equipment or video equipment, and I'm thank you all. So
yeah, they will be very, very blessed, and Dad's got plans for them.
Awesome.
It's a good thing, and I'm looking forward to seeing all of their other work once everybody finds out who they are and how they'll be able to contact them. So
yeah,
it feels good to have people, it feels good to have people on your side when they don't really know the whole truth of everything, and they're going off of faith in what I'm saying. Plus, I haven't did anything that besides me saying fuck this and fuck that. I haven't really said or did anything that proves that I'm dark or I'm in it for other means. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, that's probably the biggest complaint I have about you, and that we get, I should say, is that you swear occasionally. And I'm like, it is what it is, dude. You can't, that's the way you are. Okay. So
I know when and not to do it. But if I feel upset about something and I don't like the fucking cabal, I'm gonna say it.
But it's funny though. It's not done in an angry, destructive way. It's funny, right?
That's the part right there that people have to understand while they're talking all the shit about me saying bad words. Right? There's no negative energy behind it all.
Yeah.
Right? Like, I fucking love you, Stu.
Yay! That's funny.
But see, that's also a thing where once you see past that, then you'll be able to receive the blessings that I'll give you by simply teaching you.
Yeah.
If you want to come at me judging me right away because of my look and because of me saying certain words like kiss my ass, right? then that's something you have to deal with, because automatically you get yourself into these opinions of how I'm supposed to act. Like if you walked with me 19,000 years ago, How do you know I didn't tell the money changers to get the fuck up out of my father's house instead of get out of here?
Did they say that way back when?
I mean, think about it. We've been using words for thousands of years.
Yeah.
Did you ever sit and think about where these words were created and who created them and what they really meant? Right? Because the last time I checked, Dad made all these words, and it's just the way people use them.
Right.
And especially using them in anger.
Right.
Because when you use things, and everybody knows, when you use things in anger, words in anger, or just be angry, it's just not cool, totally dark, and just causes more issues and more problems. So a lot of the words that I use it on a daily basis, especially where I grew up. we call ourselves niggas, and we're not even black in my area, right? A lot of us are not even black. It's just a word that we use to, what's up, my nigga? How you doing, my nigga? You know what I'm saying? Or this nigga is crazy, or that nigga funny as shit, right? It's just a part of where I grew up in this reincarnation. I also know how to talk without using those words. I know how to speak proper. I know how to do all that shit. It's sometimes it's not me where I have to just refrain from saying things because of the audience too. Like I know there's kids in the audience. Let me not say this shit.
Okay. Yeah, and of course, the other thing is that you don't look like Jesus used to in the pictures, the depictions. So just
of course, because he wasn't white.
It's so fun. It's so fun.
It is fun. It is fun. But at the end of the day, because of their monkey mind, they won't receive the benefits because they denied me then, and they'll deny me now.
Yeah.
The cool part about right now in this time of me being here, they gotta deal with me for a very long time, and a lot of them won't even be here to last as long as we will. And it's because of their thoughts and minds. What does it say? It says people are destroyed for the lack of knowledge, right? Well, what that tells me is if you don't know how energy works, if you don't know how frequencies work, if you don't know how your words work, if you don't know how your mind can alter your reality and keep you healthy, then you will be destroyed for the lack of knowledge. And I don't fucking care. I'm lying, I care. I'm lying.
I'm just going to say this testimony too. All right, you have all sorts of attacks and problems thrown at you all the time.
Yeah.
Okay. And most of us get all upset, angry, filled with anxiety, scream and swear, stomp around. Like, you don't do that. Like, you're calm about it. You know that it's going to be handled. Sometimes, you get a little like, for a second, but you blow right through that phase of like us, like what we do, the temper tantrum stuff.
Yeah.
I aspire to be more like that. You know what I mean? Like,
I appreciate that.
yeah.
That I appreciate that. That all comes from Daddy and from all the experiences that I had to have, growing up, and then seeing other people, seeing how just a simple, stepping on someone's toes can cause somebody's death where I grew up. So, it's like, no, we're not doing that. I used to have brand new sneakers in the club, and when everybody stepped on mines, they would be like, oh, my bad. Because of where we grew up, people were known to fight, and people got killed over that stuff. So,
you mean literally?
Literally, like no bullshit. and they step on mines, and because of everybody else thinking that way, when they step on mines, the first thing is like, oh shit, my bad. Because of that. And I look like don't fuck around with me. And that's how I am that way too. Like I'm as gentle as a whatever, but I'm also lying too. Um, they would step on my shoes and be all paranoid and scared because of where we lived, right? And I would say, "Don't worry about it, bro. I'll buy another pair," and then wipe them down. And because of me doing that, I gained a lot of respect, and a lot of people um, became cool and friends with me because Smarty didn't care that he had $300 pair of sneakers on and somebody just stepped on him. So that's why a lot of people where I'm from look up to me, and for different reasons, of course.
Right. Right.
I wasn't trying to be like everybody else. I wanted to be more, it's cool, it's only sneakers, it's only money. So we're changing that we're changing everything just by the way we operate. That's all of us. Think about it this way. You got hundreds of people watching you every day, nonstop. You got little ones around you every day, nonstop. The way you act is the way your little one is going to act. That's why there's racism. That's why there's all these different problems around the world. That's why there's violence, because of the way they were grown up. Somewhere along the line, somebody needs to stop that shit and operate the way I do, operate the way people around me do. Because that's the only way we're going to change it all. And I knew that because of my intelligence, because of my, knowing, because of my connection with Dad. So I don't do things in front of my kids. I even back in the day, I didn't do things in front of them until that day they raided my house. That's when they all found out what Dad was really doing. So I learned from all that stuff, and I don't mess around with none of that shit. And I always think about like how would I want to be treated?
Right.
I don't want to fuss and fight. I don't want to have all these little issues. I don't want people to, be all pissed off at themselves or at me or at anything, because I know how the darkness operates. I know that as soon as you lower that little bit of vibration that you got, especially the lower level individuals, as soon as you lower that vibration, your ass is being attacked, and then it's going to be hard to get you out of that, because you don't know how they do. They don't know you, because you don't know how they're doing it and how they're energetically feeding off of that. So that's why I try to stay calm at all costs, and I barely get upset. And honestly, there's not too much to get upset about when you know that Dad is in control. So I'm not going to sit here and I'm gonna look at you like, if you did something stupid, I'm gonna look at you like, come on now. You know better. You know better than that. You know you should have not did that.
Yeah.
Right. So that's how everybody should operate, and I appreciate that comment, because not everybody sees that part of me because they're not around me.
Yeah.
People don't see how I really operate unless you're right next to me. And then when you are next to me, you're like, holy shit, this dude is freaking cool.
Yeah. Like I said, most of us would like, they go into victim mode, we rant and rave, whatever it might be. Like when we have a problem, and Smarty doesn't do that. He gets the facts and he comes up with the plan, right? Yeah.
I'm also having to do it like a million times a day, so I don't have time to sit there and kick cans down the road and be all pissed off at the world.
Yeah.
Plus, Dad laughs at me whenever I did get like that or do get like that, because if I was to do that, I wouldn't do it in the public. I would do it, by myself, and be upset about shit, and then be like, all right, well, I'll be like, why, Daddy, why? And then get back to work.
But we all know it's a waste of time, but sometimes we have to let that energy out, so yeah.
That's another thing. You don't want that, especially if it's dark, you don't want that building up.
Right.
So you gotta let that shit go, and and let daddy do what daddy do. Trust him.
Yep.
That's what I do.
Yep. Okay. I have random Q&A, so we're going to just run through the list.
Go.
So the floods in Texas like a month plus ago, question is, what happened to the little girls that were missing?
Didn't you see the military truck take them away?
Before the flood?
Yeah.
Rescued or abused?
Abused.
Okay. Because they did evidently find some of the bodies and people were curious.
Well, you know, the sad part is Israel has taken over the U.S.
Mm-hmm.
Israel is involved, the military is involved in satanic worshiping. It's been proven over and over again. There's plenty of videos to prove that the military is involved in Satanism.
Right.
And that is going to be exposed like never before right now as we speak. That's something that Daddy had literally had me post yesterday or the day before, where he wants everybody to realize the satanic rituals involved in everything Netanyahu has been doing, his clones, his leaders, the bankers, which is why you're not going to a bank to redeem, because they're all a part of the satanic system. And not all banks, by the way, because there are some legitimate banks on Indian land and stuff like that. These satanic individuals have been running rampant throughout time, space, and dimension. They're the ones that have been taking the children. They're the ones that have been having these rituals. They're the ones offering up to their satanic leaders, which is nothing but reptilians. Okay? They're the ones that created the all-seeing eye bullshit, all of this dark symbolism, the pedophile symbolism, the Illuminati, all these different groups. They're the ones that created all that. That being said, they're also the ones that are targeted by billions and billions and billions of life forces right now. So there's nothing that they're going to get away with. And they try to keep us busy from fending off attacks so that we don't enhance or put energy behind their fall. Don't work. It does not work. And I'm going to tell you why it does not work. Because of the multiple selves that we have here. Because Smarty could be dealing with some bullshit, and then Smarty's dealing with something else at the same time. Right. Smarty could be popping in and out of portals while being here. Right. Or should I say Smarty is doing that, and I got a lot of life forces doing the same thing. So this is why the cabal is taking an ass whooping that they will never recover from. Okay? We are walking into a reality where none of the children go missing, none of the food is poisoned, none of the air is poisoned, none of our children are programmed to become fairies, if you would, or gay people.
Or transgender.
or transgender, because that was also done by the same group of individuals for depopulation. Right? So we're not going to have none of that shit no more. Everybody's going to realize what they are. Everybody's going to realize that Smarty has been telling the truth, and everybody's going to realize that we are to multiply and see the planet of light beings. So that's why we're here. All of the darkness that we're witnessing is literally fading away, where you'll start to see the post from all of these dark things that have been happening to cool, beautiful things that are happening nonstop every day.
Awesome.
And that's what we all are working for. We're working to complete this facelift, if you would, to the planet, to this district, to all the other districts, to the galaxies, Um, it's been a wild ride. However, that's what we're walking into.
Awesome.
The cool part, like I keep saying and stressing, the cool part is a lot of the missing children and the missing loved ones, and those of our loved ones that passed away because of the cool technology that we had for thousands of years, will be released to us and we'll be able to use freely. And I'll be in charge of all that because, like I said, Smarty's not going nowhere for a very long time. While a lot of you dark ones expire and a lot of you trolls expire, Smarty and his crew will still be here. And as Daddy allows, we will enforce your untimely demise. You know, so since y'all like to kill people in their sleep and call it natural death, how about we just reinforce that for all of the cabal every day?
Dun, dun, dun. Dun, dun, dun.
So it's only a matter of time before we all get what we want, which is peace, which is, you know, love thy neighbor, which is beautiful events to be a part of, you know, beautiful, cool things to invent and to explore and to cherish, and you know, a lot of cool things like that we're walking into, and we're 99% done, 99.9% done.
Thank you, Daddy.
Thank you, Daddy. Thank you, Heavenly Father.
That is awesome. Awesome. Awesome.
Very, very, very awesome.
All right.
I'm expecting a nice donation so I can get my property done, so I don't have to deal with these fucking landlords anymore. or I'd like to get one of my my contracts paid so I don't have to, you know. Yeah. But it is what it is. You know, I'm still here doing what I gotta do, and I trust Daddy. Everything's gonna be fine no matter what. So we'll see.
Okay.
Oh, and thank you all for donating. It's helping a lot. I never really asked for donations, but Daddy made me this time, so we'll see what happens.
All right. All right. All right. So we know that all media, movies, TV shows, books, music, etc., they put dark spells on them before they're released. Okay, we know that. So if we're reading a book and the characters have a happy moment, sometimes we cry, or same with the movie, sometimes we'll cry. Or if they have an unhappy moment, we'll cry. Or, you know, we're identifying with the character.
Right.
The question is, does that lower our vibration when we cry from like a place of, we're going to call it love?
No, that does not. That just shows you that you were built a certain way where you do have love and compassion for, you know, for things, for people, places, and things. Yeah. What does lower your vibration is constantly watching horror films like If It's Cool, because they purposely do that.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't really even remember the last time I watched a horror film. Mm-hmm. It's hard enough watching some of the clips that we're watching now. You know, you got fathers violating their daughters, you got neighbors shooting each other in broad daylight, you got all types of shit happening, and it's being recorded. You know, and not only that, it's on a dark web where you can go buy the shit. Wait, what? It's disgusting, man. Disgusting. I mean, and you know, Daddy made some of us in such a way where we won't even touch none of that shit. We won't click on a link just to see, you know, just to go into and see what the fuck they've been doing. I've seen some stuff that I would rather not see, right? And it's like, what the fuck? Did I just watch that? Did that shit, was that real? Like, real bad shit. And you can tell that the persons involved in these type of things are not fucking human, because like I say, and I continue to say, we don't wake up thinking about harming people. We don't wake up thinking about, drinking somebody's blood. We don't wake up ready to go fucking put a kid on a rotisserie. We don't do that type of shit. It's fucking crazy. I don't understand it. I mean, I do, but I don't. It's just straight evil shit, like evil.
Yeah.
Evil shit.
Yeah. I think most of us just want it over.
Yes.
All of us want it over.
Yes, we all do, which is why I'm here to teach y'all how to do it. We are manifesting these motherfuckers' demise, literally. And if you don't like that, what I just said, I don't give a fuck, okay? He curses like a sailor. Yeah, I do. So what? But yeah, we are all putting our love and light energy, just think about it. Just end them. Freedom, breaking all types of binds and chains and no longer participating in their system is literally what's defeating it and what's making it fade away. So the faster we do what we do, the faster we will get to that beautiful place that we're all expecting. And we are expecting it because Dad has shown us. Before you ever even watched any of my stuff or even heard about me, you wanted something better for yourself and the world. I'm teaching you how to do it through energy, through frequencies, through operating in love and light, right? You can operate in love and light and still be a badass. I'm showing you that shit. Right?
True.
So that's where we're at with it.
All right. Here, the human species here on Earth, we have all a variety of different blood types. All right, and many are incompatible. Why is that? Like, what's that design about?
Well, it's simple, and you probably won't believe it, but then again, you guys aren't there yet. The humans are all around the universe.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of us came here to visit and crash landed. Some of us came here to live and forgot about our technology because of all the dark ones that came in and made us forget and blah, 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 blah. So there's no way for all of us to be put, or should I say, there's no way for all of us to be here if we didn't either land or crash land. This is the easiest way to explain it. And there's lots of documentaries out there that show you that this is the case. You cannot get a Caucasian out of two dark individuals is what I'm saying. And you can't get a Chinese out of a white person, right? That's not happening unless Dad says, okay, you two Chinese are going to give birth to a white boy, right? Or a white girl, right? You two black individuals are going to give birth to a white baby, which did happen in some cases. They're called albino. At the end of the day, we all are from different parts of the galaxies. Uranus has just happens to be the most oldest one, which is a couple of billion years old. That's where the human civilizations still exist there and that are here monitoring. We have thousands and thousands of beings out there that are humanoid, that are human, or should I say humanoid, meaning arm, legs, and arm and legs.
Yeah.
Right. And in some areas, we're not even called humans because that was also a name given to us by some of the dark ones. However, it doesn't matter. That's what we're known by now. And all of this is going to be revealed when we start releasing the tablets of information and we start allowing everybody to, Star Trek journey, if you would.
Teleport?
Well, not teleport, but just go on on different trips and stuff, different excavations, if you would. I'm not even sure if I said that shit right.
Excursions.
Yeah, where you go to, like Star Trek, where they from planet to planet to planet.
Yeah, okay.
So Star Trek, if you know now, because you should know now, the Pentagon had their own filming department, and the CIA and the Pentagon all did all that. Israelis did all that. So where do you think these movies like Star Wars or Star Trek actually came from if it didn't already exist?
Right.
Come on now. I used to tell y'all that they're showing you the truth in these movies and they make you believe that it's just a movie.
Right.
Now you're starting to see what I've been saying, because it's all real, and because of the energy that we're putting out every day to make it fully manifest and exposed, you're now seeing it. What was our mission, our rules of engagement? Expose and then eliminate. So we're exposing everything and eliminating everything that Daddy wants us to eliminate. The stuff that will stay behind is stuff that we can show people and have like tourism, underground bases. Just yesterday, we were sitting in the living room and all we heard, and a couple other people heard the same thing. Yeah, that's the tunnels underneath us. Hello. So we're going to have all these type of things that's going to show people how real our galactic community really is. There's a scene in Men in Black where they go into the elevator, they go down, and then it's like a fucking galactic teleportation center or galactic travel center.
Yeah.
Those already exist, right? Some of them are in the mountains. The cool part about here is that we're literally doing a public one down the road.
Right.
The Galactic Embassy. It's a real thing. It's coming. It's here. We're walking into it. So, it's fucking cool to watch.
It's gonna be interesting. So basically, to paraphrase all of that, we're all from different. There's so many blood types. We're all from different areas, and that's why we have different blood types.
Yeah, we're all from different areas across the universe. I would say galaxy, but it's much more bigger than that.
Okay.
From across the universe, and one of the cool things that some of you guys know because I shared it is that I'm able to change my blood type at will. If somebody needed blood from me, I would be able to give it to them. However, that's not necessary because I can just heal them. As Daddy allows, of course, because we all know that there's some people I just can't heal because he has to deal with them to come, experience, and then take off. I don't have such a deal, so I'm stuck here with y'all until y'all get this shit.
I'm also thinking, like way back when, like you're in elementary school or whatever, they were testing our blood and they also did IQ kind of tests.
Yep.
But they're basically screening us to see multiple things.
That is true.
Like where we're from, and
that is true.
So they can harness us.
That is true. When you watch the documentary, you'll hear stuff that I haven't said. So make sure you watch that. It's very true. My mom received paperwork from the school system, and I remember the paperwork. I wish I had it, but we had a fire and stuff like that when we was growing up, so we lost a lot of things. Which now I know was nothing but an attack, right? So I'm sure we could still get the paperwork, but there was literally 5 of us in the entire United States that had an IQ like mine, and 4 of them are dead, and actually 3 of them are dead, and 1 of them was taken for a secret space program that's still out there. So I'm sure they would have loved to do some shit like that with me too. However, the daddy factor in it all.
Right.
Which is why I'm here right now telling you guys about it. And it's all real. I don't have to lie about anything. I went from 6th grade to 5th grade to 7th grade in 2 months. It's true. I don't have to lie about anything. And that's what makes me, authentic, real, lovable. Like Smarty keeps it real. I just got off with a phone with an individual that has a bunch of buyers for our assets. And by the time I was done talking to him, he's like, bro, I can feel your energy. Like, you for real? I'm like, yeah, I'm very real. So,
Yeah.
I'd love to sell some more assets right now so I can purchase a house and stop all this other bullshit.
Yeah, I get it. But, okay, next question. Do we have a double over the ice wall?
No.
Okay. In the future, will we have robots, humanoid AIs to, I'm going to assume, assist us?
We already have it now.
Yeah, but good ones.
Yeah, well, we have bad ones too. However, Dad's not letting them get to a certain point.
Okay.
So the answer is yes, and we have them now, and we've already addressed this type of stuff where Dad wants them to stick around, however, be benevolent ones, and if they choose to go dark, there'll be somewhat of an instant evaporation.
And I think you said before, we get to a certain level, and if you're not of the light, you're not going to, you're going to evaporate or crumble or whatever.
That's what's been happening every time you see the Schumann residence go up. People are literally being taken away.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I want you all to remember that everything is energy, including a robot. And you are more powerful than anything the cabal or anybody makes, for that matter. And you can control certain things. If there's an army of AI coming at you, and you've learned my method, you can take out the entire army if you would, right? Or you can just make yourself invisible so the army goes right by you.
Yeah.
So there's nothing that we cannot do with that. I'm proving that, haven't I not? Right? So we're not worried about none of that stuff.
Okay. Interesting. In the future, will we see the results of all the healing we did for ourselves and other ones? Like, will we see our success and how we affected the world?
The answer is yes, but haven't you done it already?
Well, this isn't my question. But yeah. A lot of times people want a tangible, they want to know, like, I replaced that organ or whatever. They want to see the results, if you know what I mean.
Well, did the person die after you did that?
Yeah.
I mean, hello. Why would you need the future? When I work on something, it's instant.
Yeah. Okay.
And it's so instant that, especially when you have like a liver issue or some type of issue, and the person's skin colored, blah blah blah, the blood comes right back.
Right. Okay.
All that stuff. I got plenty of testimonies that I even changed blood sugar. I've changed blood pressures, and all I did was just focus.
Another thing a person could do after they do the healing or whatever is say, did the healing work? And, test it.
You can use a pendulum.
They feel confident that it worked.
Right. You can use your pendulum. You can use muscle testing.
Yeah.
If you don't have confidence in yourself the way some of us do,
Yeah.
then you can always request for help because that's why we're here.
Right. Right.
If you want me to reinsure you, you can just shoot me a simple text message. My phone number's out there because I'm available like that. If I don't answer you, that doesn't mean I didn't answer you. I see all the messages coming in. I don't have time to sit there and text you back when I'm in the middle of ripping some fucking reptilian apart.
Got it.
Or snatching a vampire by his throat and breaking his fucking neck.
Yep.
Yeah, so as long as you text me and I see the text, you're going to receive. That's it. I got like 3 texts right here. I just answered them and I'm talking to you guys.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. Awesome. Awesome. All right. Question: why are people so afraid of certain, creatures like spiders or cockroaches? Like, there's a universal fear of them almost.
That's something somebody instilled in them.
So it's not a universal fear, it's a thing that they just have.
It's somebody instilled it in you. Oh my God, a cockroach. Like if your mother sees you're a little baby.
Yeah.
You see a roach or an ant, and then your mother says, "Oh my God, that sticks to you."
Yeah.
Right? Because I can have a roach or a spider or a snake right next to me, and I'm like, "Oh, cool, man. You look pretty cool, man. Go away," and they'll go away. So everything literally has to do with the way you were brought up, which is why me knowing this, I never did anything in front of my kids that would make them fear something. And if they would make them fear something, I would show them, no, don't do this, do that, right? I'll give you an example. We went outside. Sophie runs outside, stands on the hot pavement, the sidewalk, and then she starts crying and she runs away because she didn't have her shoes on. So I made her put her shoes on, and she didn't want to go outside. So what I did was I took her back over there, put her down, made her put her shoes on, and then showed her, look, you do this, you do that, you won't get burned. Blah, 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 blah. And next thing you know, she's like, oh, okay. Now she'll make sure she got her shoes on when she goes to that specific location. And thank God, or thank Daddy, that it wasn't so hot. It was just something that was uncomfortable for her.
Yeah.
Right? And I did that little task, and now, like I said, she won't go in that area because there's trees here.
Yeah.
And there's certain parts that are just sunny.
Yeah.
She won't go in that area unless she's wearing shoes. And the funny part is we went to get the mailbox. We went to the mailbox yesterday, and the trees had the shade on the ground, right? And right before the mailbox is about 3 feet that's in the sun. The rest is in the shade. She ran all the way up to the shade, stopped right there because she didn't have her shoes on.
Right.
Waited for me to come back with the mail. So what she learned that if she steps on that, it's going to be hot, it's going to burn, and she's not going to feel comfortable.
Right.
So the same thing with flies and stuff. Like she sees me swatting flies, so she'll point them out. Daddy, for me to swat the fly because I don't want flies sitting on our food and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So it all depends on how you were taught and you were grown up. Because if you got children are super smart, especially right now. If you got people that are training your child, or you were training your child, and you have a phobia of mices and whatever it is, what the hell do you think you're teaching your child?
Yeah.
It's the same thing with racism and all the other stuff.
Well, I was just going to say it's a societal problem because, all right, so we've created the class system, okay, by financial wealth given to certain people and taken away from other groups, right? So those other groups don't have the good food, the good medical care, they don't have opportunity, the opportunity we have or other people have, okay? And we've created that. So then these groups at one end act a certain way, the other groups act a different way. And then we're surprised, right?
That's right.
Not cool. Not cool.
Not cool at all. But I mean, again, that's what we had to deal with.
Yeah. Okay. So that's being dealt with. All right. Are all diseases created by parasites? And so like cancer, all the major diseases, like we know that a lot of these are created diseases. They're not natural or organic. Are parasites the reason that we have them? A certain like parasite creates X, another one creates Y.
Yeah, the answer is yes.
Okay. And what about like blemishes, pimples, skin conditions? Same thing?
Those are all parasites. Skin tags, all that, parasites.
Okay.
Some people don't want to hear it, but it's parasites.
Okay, so tumors, deposits on organs, all parasites.
All parasites, which is why they're putting it in food. Did you ever think why they would put parasites in your food?
No, but it seems like it's really amped up lately.
Yeah, well, considering parasites are kind of like demons and entities, that's why they do it.
Oof. Okay.
That's why you have to vibrate and keep yourself vibrating at a certain level as well, because then parasites can't affect you, can't harm you.
Okay.
So it's necessary to detox, which is why we have supplements that we have.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know if you all noticed, but our supplements are designed to bring you back to all the good stuff you should be.
All right.
Including anti-aging.
Right. Okay. Yeah, that was a question somebody asked, and we've already talked about it, but again, impressing upon everyone watching this how important it is to detox, right? Because the dark side is amping up the toxins in our food, air, and water. And we're seeing video, they'll take a microscopic piece of whatever and you see everything in it. It's getting so much worse than it used to be.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. That's that's also why the blue elixir is potent and is powerful.
Yeah.
We do have another one that it works on it's like a biofilm that works on all types of other stuff as well that will be releasing shortly.
Yeah, yeah.
If my frequencies don't work for you, which will be shocking, my other stuff will. Some people don't understand the frequencies. Some people claim they don't feel the energy, and that's fine. You will feel one of my supplements for sure. I only do things because Daddy wants me to do it.
Right.
I already got all of these different things coming down the line that's going to make sure I'm super wealthy. So in the meantime, I'm doing what I got to do to survive and struggle. And I thank Dad and God, or wherever you want to call them, that there are people watching that actually do care about my work and what I'm doing, that are helping.
Right.
So we all know Daddy returns the blessings. So it's a wonderful thing.
Excellent, excellent. Okay, next question. Is D blue charged with the same frequencies as the pendants?
Yes, they are. However, they have a lot more because of what they'll be doing in the very near future.
Okay, so you've got different, colors of coins. What makes one coin more valuable than the other ones?
Well, most of them are the same value, except for the blue ones.
Okay.
The D blue daddy and the D blue are more valuable because that's what daddy wanted them to be. So to answer your question simple and easy, daddy makes them more valuable.
Okay.
And he also made the clientele for them too, if you haven't noticed.
Right.
He made everything, if you haven't noticed. So if he wants me to produce a product, that's because he's got people lined up for it.
Right. Okay. Awesome. All right. And so people always ask like what the pendants are made of, what metal, and what the coins are made of. I always am a little vague. I'll say a conglomeration of different metals because it is made of metal that's like not of this earth, if you will. Is that correct?
Yeah. Well, it's there is a base metal which was stainless steel. However, if you read King Midas, he was able to turn things into gold. Well, King Smarty can turn things into anything he wants to. So that being said, all of the different metals out there, I'm able or was or did, including metals that aren't on the planet yet, I'm able to harness the energies and frequencies of those metals and place them into my pendants, which is why they don't ring when you go through metal detectors, which is why they can't figure out what it is, because I've changed the vibration of it, which is what makes it more valuable. Not only does it heal you, but you're purchasing a piece that will be a family heirloom and will be super valuable in the very near future, future period, right? Some of my old products that people bought, 9 years ago, will probably be the most expensive ones because they're the first ones I made.
Right.
And you know how a lot of antiques and a lot of stuff are valuable now?
Yeah.
Well, I only made a handful of those. So the value will go up. Not only will the value go up, I'll be here to watch it grow up. Go up. You know what I mean?
Awesome. Yeah, very exciting. Yeah.
Yeah. So everything that I produce and everything that daddy wants me to hit will have different energies and frequencies to them. Right? So that's I'm like all the kings of the Bibles and superheroes of the marbles all balled up in one.
Awesome. Awesome. All right. Next question. So we have a newborn baby living in the womb, and it's in the whatever amniotic fluid or whatever we want to call it, right? I think that's what it is. It's kind of like, so here's the question, rather than describing it. Can the baby breathe water? Like, you know how you said we can actually breathe water, we just don't know how. Can the baby go right into breathing water?
Yes, that's why you're supposed to have them in a bathing tub or a pool or ocean or something like that.
Okay.
So the answer is yes. There's also videos of the baby coming out of the mother and swimming around in the pool before they actually pick them up.
Right. Okay.
Now just think of it this way. What if the baby was born in the water and stood there? Then you have mermaids, because that's pretty much what happened. And throughout the evolution and whatnot, the mermaid, the being ended up forming webs, forming feet that were, made for water. It's called evolution. So that's just something to think about. But the answer is yes, which is why you can breathe in space too. The problem is that since it's already in your mindset that you can't do these things, you can't do them.
Yeah.
When you realize you can do these things and then you start practicing on these things, all of a sudden your reality shifts where you can now breathe underwater and stay underwater for a very long time. There's actually people teaching people it now. I've posted plenty of videos and plenty of people that are actually doing it. Staying underwater for a very long time, up to 10, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, an hour, and they're just literally sitting there. The same thing with not eating food by sun gazing. You can live by straight absorbing the sun through your eyes. So there's a lot of things that we've been made to believe is impossible when it's actually not impossible because of the word manifestation. We can manifest anything. That's what I'm teaching y'all. If you want to see more people breathing in water or living in the water, we'll manifest it. And then it will happen. If you want to see people living off of just sun, we'll manifest it. At the end of the day, it's totally what Daddy wants to happen in this reality, which is why we can't do certain things, which is why we still have a cabal, because he didn't let me kill them all.
Just go manifest it. Boom. Yeah. Well, you're doing as many as allowed each day.
Every day.
Yeah.
Every day. Yeah. Every day.
Okay.
Every day somebody makes a stupid decision, and the sad part about it all is Daddy created them. He allowed them to be created. However, he didn't make them do what they are doing because they have free will.
Right.
He didn't teach them to be the way they are. Somebody else did.
Right.
He made them loving as well. And then somewhere along the line, they get twisted, kind of like what we just talked about.
Right. Right.
And now you got these individuals raping and pillaging and thinking they own the world. Okay, let's see how long that shit lasts for you. And the truth of the matter is it has lasted for a very long time, thousands of years. However, this is the last cycle. This is where it all stops. And you don't have to believe me because I don't care.
Okay.
Boom.
Boom. Done, done, done. Let's manifest that.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's where we're going.
Yeah. You're always talking about manifestation on your channel. And the other day I said or did something and it was instant. It was like shocking,
Yeah.
So we really need to make sure we're positive and, forward thinking, not.
There's a lot more things that's coming that's going to show you guys that instant manifestation is real and is possible.
Yeah.
And I've already shown you examples myself. Going up to the lake, or not the lake, but the back bay and calming the water, that's what you call instant manifestation. Okay? The film crew was here. They had the drone in the sky, and the birds come along, and I had the birds go another way. That's instant manifestation.
Yep.
There's a lot of things that you can do that's instant manifestation. Some of the bigger things that you want to see happen are manifestations. However, we have to deal with everybody else's thoughts and stuff. Right. So once we all get on the same page, those instant manifestations of changing, of RV, redemption, ending the cabal, ending the fraudulent government, and ending, stupid shit like driving license and all the stupid shit that they created to suppress us and make money off of,
right,
literally goes away because it will be a manifestation of it's a manifestation of the work we're putting in. Healing somebody is instant manifestation. There are instant manifestations happening every day. Some people call it miracles. You can call it what you want, but it's literally an instant manifestation. And the last time I checked, the only way to do instant manifestations that are of the light is to have the love in you to do these things. Because you can do dark manifestations like kill someone. like, you know, do some foul shit to somebody. Those are also in manifestations that are evil, which is what they've been doing. Some of us have to deal with harder manifestations because what it all stands for and what it's all about. I have a real feeling, a real strong feeling that our manifestation abilities are going to kick in like never before.
Down with that.
Done, done, done. 333.
Done, done. All right.
Let's go.
All right. Do you have time for more, or you got to roll? Loving the mug, I see.
Yeah, I gotta go. Me and B gotta handle some stuff.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, these are awesome mugs. I like the inside because they're the daddy color, the daddy
Yep.
blue daddy.
Yeah.
So these are, if I were y'all, I'd go get them.
That's right. And they're actually, these are smaller. The real ones are a little bit bigger, but they look the same, and they come in 5 colors. So that's cool.
Yeah, there's also more on that link that I post, I believe. So check them all out and show Sue some love. And
right.
Everybody else, manifest, and we'll talk on the next one.
Thank you for all you do for us. We really appreciate it.
You're welcome. Love you guys. Love all you guys.
Too. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.